for what we're experiencing right now. Cpac has been at the heart of all that for so long, and now we see the fruits of all that labor. We actually have been delivered an extraordinary moment in the history of our great republic, and you're a big part of that. And I just want to say on behalf of all my colleagues, thank you for what you've done for this organization. Thank you. The lights are pretty bright up here, so you can probably tell I'm a little haggard. I look a little tired. Everybody, some of you said tonight, you look so tired. I am, I'm sorry. I was here last night for some events with President Trump all day and all night. How many of you know President Trump doesn't really sleep? He doesn't actually sleep at all. He was DJing on the patio. It was about 12:20 a.m. I said, Mr. President, I got to go back to Washington tonight. He goes, you got to be kidding me. He said, no, I can't. We'll go. So we went. And I got to D.C. at I think 3:40 a.m. last night. I slept for 90 minutes, and I got up and did all the job today, books and all the organizing and all the stuff we got to do. And then I got on the flight and came back. You know why? Because Matt said, because Matt said, you're really going to let me down, man. Okay, so I came back. I came back because this is so important, and we are at a very important moment for the nation. We have been leading it all on the field, as everybody in this ballroom has. President Trump did that, as I mentioned out by the pool. And I want you to know that the members of Congress, the Republicans, all did the same thing across the country. Fanned out across the country, worked for years. I traveled literally nonstop because we had to grow our majority. I had newspapers posted on that about, I guess it's 7 months ago now. He said, Speaker Johnson has the most challenging speakership since the Civil War 106 years ago. I picked up the phone, I said, Luke, are you trying to encourage me, man? And he said, yes, did you read the article? He said, I consider you an excellent job, but I noted the obvious. He wrote in the article, he said, it was Washington Times, he said, before I became Speaker of the House, I had 16 years to build the leadership team and the legislative platform and the fundraising apparatus to do the job. And he said, well, Johnson had 15 minutes, and that's not much of an exaggeration. And then he said in his article, he said, we had an 18-vote margin when we took over the House for the first time in 40 years as African American. And he said, Johnson has the smallest margin in U.S. history. And as you all probably know, for about 5 months, we had a 1-vote margin in the House. We controlled 1/2 of 1/3 of the federal government because we had radical left progressives in charge of the White House and the Senate. And so we played defense a lot. You'll forgive me, I'm from Louisiana, everything's explained in either a football or a hurricane metaphor. Okay, so the football metaphor is that we were trying to hold the line. I mean, really, literally, with a 1-vote margin, with all the forces arrayed against us, the objective was not to let them move the ball at the field. Thank God that we had that slim majority in the House. Or my friends, we'd be living in a Marxist country right now. We stopped their agenda cold. We stopped it cold. And on, So in the football metaphor, as I've been trying to explain on the campaign trail for the last year, this is now a new paradigm. By God's grace, He has given us a change in the offense, right? What we have to do, because we want this game, it's a proverbial game. Now we're suiting up for the big game, which starts January. And we have to put points on the board for the American people immediately upon being handed the football in January. We cannot waste 1 second, because as I told President Trump and I told all my colleagues, Mr. President, I believe you could be the most consequential president of the modern era, because sir, we have to fix everything, And we know that's true. Everybody in this room certainly knows. And so in order to do that, in order to fix the things that are broken, in order to restore the foundations of the country and make gains for our conservative principles, we have to have a well-designed playbook, and then we got to go put it into place with precision beginning on day one. And so what that requires is you got to have really good players recruited, which is what we did